We'll wait for 5 minutes for everyone to join and then we'll start. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Till the time others are joining, we will just start with the session. So, in the last session, we have talked about what is trust. Yes, what is trust? Why trust is important? And if we don't trust, what happens? And just because of trust, how many things happen when we're working in the organization? It's the trust which help us to work. When we go to school, sorry, excuse me, sorry, yeah. So when we used to go to school, we used to sit in auto, bus, whatever vehicle we were using, we used to trust that person. We go out, we buy things, so we trust the shopkeepers that yes, whatever they are selling, it's good, it's not going to be harmful for us. Then we go to restaurant, we eat yummy dishes, delicious food, we trust them that they are serving their best. It's the trust which help us to buy some specific brands, to go with some specific restaurants, to eat some specific branded food. It is all possible. It is all because of trust. If I just take a small example of Maggie, a few years back when there was a humor of Maggie that Maggie is not good for her health. It contains some substance which is not good. So at that time, many of the people thought that yes, Maggie is not good. We should stop eating that. And Maggie market, the market capture of that brand really went down because of that one thing. But slowly, slowly, everything got clear. And again, now, yes, we do trust Maggie. Same way, there are lot and lot of sweet shops. If we talk about Bangalore or any city, in whichever city you live, you have lot of sweet shops. But you always prefer going to some specific shops only. What is the reason? Why? Because of trust. We trust that this shop offers us the premium quality of sweets. They use best quality material, best raw material, and that's the reason we go to a specific shop. We buy clothes. If any one of you is very brand specific, you have trust on that specific brand, and that is the reason you go there. If we talk about relations, we suddenly we just get married, and as soon as we enter the new family, that is the trust which brings us together, which builds the bond between the new people who are surrounding us, and for them a new person who just entered their house. It is again because of the trust that those people live happily. They have that bond of trust, they have that strong bond within themselves, and it is all because of trust. So there are different ways of types of trust. So we can say the wave of trust. So now when I talk about wave of trust, there we have first very important wave of trust, that is self trust. What is self trust? What is self trust? Come on, answer. What is self trust? What is self trust?
Trust on ourselves.
Trust on ourselves. Do you think it is important to convince other to work with us? Like, for example, you are going for a trekking to a very new place, and you have heard that yes, this place is a bit risky. If you don't believe in ourselves, right? So if you don't trust that no, we can go, and yes, nothing is going to happen, can you convince other person that yes, it is a safe place, we can go there, nothing is going to happen, if you don't yourself trust on that fact? See?
No, never. If we don't trust ourselves, we can't make someone else to trust us.
Right, perfect. So that's why I say that the first wave of trust, that is self trust, is again very important, because this says trust yourself if you want others to have trust on you. If you are going to say that I don't trust myself, remember, no one in this world is going to come and say, I trust you. Because we are the persons, we as an individual are the best person who know ourselves better. No other person in this world know us more than ourselves. So we should learn to trust ourselves first before asking anyone else to trust us. So self trust, it deals with the confidence we have in ourselves, the confidence of doing a thing, the confidence of achieving something in life, the confidence of bringing a new idea, the confidence of starting your own establishment, the confidence of making relationship, the confidence of taking any kind of challenge. All this thing depend upon the confidence you have on yourself, and that is known as self trust. The confidence you have in your ability to set goals, to keep your commitment, to walk away from some unnecessary talks, and also with your ability to inspire truth in the ability to inspire trust in others. It's not just if you say that I trust myself and other people are going to trust you. No, you need to tell them, you need to show them that yes, I do trust you also. And that is the way you can inspire them to show trust on you. The only thing, the whole idea which says which is related to self trust is, it should be, first you should trust yourself, second you should make other person to trust you, and that you can only do when you start trusting the other person. So for this, one most important thing is you should know which person is really worth it, on whom we can show our trust, we can trust them. So when we talk about self-trust, there are basically three different principles we are going to discuss. Those three principles are integrity, intent, and the capability. Now, if I talk about integrity, what is integrity? One word answer I want. What is integrity? What is integrity? Is it something related to honesty? Integrity means honesty. Yes, the honesty should be there. You should be a very honest person if you want others to trust you. Now, if we talk about integrity, we can again divide integrity into three virtues. That says one is, okay, let's go to self-trust. Have you ever asked yourself this question, do I trust myself? And what is the answer you have received? What is the answer you have received? If you ask yourself that, do I trust myself? What answer you get? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good. Am I someone whom others can trust? Do you think you are the person on whom others can rely, others can trust you? How many of you have the answer yes for the second question? That yes, I'm the
Yes.
person. Yes, yes. If both the answers are yes, that means for second question, you need to keep in mind some things, that is versus integrity. Now, if we talk about integrity, integrity first means acting according to the values you have set for yourself. You need to act as per your own values. That means there should be no gap between what you intend to do and what you actually do. If you have an intention of doing something, then that intention should be shown in your act. That should exactly be related to what you are doing. You should prove your intentions along with your actions. So it is a relationship between your intention and your action. You know, we have seen many people who say, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'm going to buy a very luxurious car after 5 years, and I'm going to buy BMW, I'm going to keep 24-hour servants, I'm going to buy a bungalow for myself at this place. The intentions are this, okay. What about, are you actually working towards that? And you see that the person is not at all interested in doing anything. He is not earning anything. He is not working for any kind of job. He is not working to start his own business. Then how his intentions are seen in his action? Yes, what he intended to do is not what he actually is doing. He's doing something. He's simply relaxing. He's simply enjoying his life without working towards what you want to achieve. So make sure your intention meets your actual work, that what you are actually doing, that should be related to the intentions you are carrying. That is the first virtue in integrity, like into honesty. So that means in this way you are showing your honesty to yourself that yes, I am having some specific intention, I want to do this, and my actions are working, my actions are showing that I'm working to achieve that. Second is humility. That means to look out for the good in others in addition to what is good for you. This line means you just don't need to say that I am the best. You know, all the other person standing in front of me, all the other person with whom I am surrounding, they don't have anything good in them. No, try to find out the good things in them also. A person having 10 bad qualities will have at least 2 good qualities. If we are going to take the ratio as 20:80, okay, still, instead of figuring out those 10 qualities, try to find out those 2 good qualities. Be human. Try to think positive. Try to take positive things from them instead of just pointing them out for their negative things, for their bad things. No. Even if a person is having one good quality, try to find out that one good quality instead of finding that 9 bad qualities. So try to take that every person with whom you're working, the persons who are surrounding you, have good things in them. They are good persons. And third is the courage. Why do you need courage? If we talk about integrity, that is honesty. We are talking about honesty. So how honesty is related to courage? How honesty is related to courage? Why it's saying that you should have courage? See, it said that you should work as per your intention, agree. Okay, honesty means if you're saying something, you're actually doing. Honesty means that don't look for bad thing in others. Try to just learn the good things. Try to find out the good qualities in them if you want them also to find good qualities in you. But why courage is related to that? What has courage to do with integrity?
Ma'am, truth is bitter. So it takes courage to say that. To be honest, we need that courage. Everyone can't be honest.
Right, right. So to do the right thing, to say the right thing, even when it is very difficult to say that time you need courage to speak, to be honest. And that's why we say that you should have courage. It is something when you know what you're saying is right and you have that courage, you have that power, you have that strength of saying that, yes, this is not going right. You are not doing right. So that courage should be there in you if you say that you have self-trust. Going to the second principle that says intent. What is intent? What is intent? This word we keep on hearing. Is it something?
Intention.
Yes, something like that. So intent basically means you should know how you are going to act. If suddenly a situation comes in front of you, you should be aware that yes, in this situation, I'm going to act this way. So you should know how you are going to act. For example, for some small specific things, you get angry very fast. So you should know which are the points which makes me angry. So keep yourself away from all those things. Okay? So you should know how you act and how you're supposed to act. That you should know, and that is related to intent. So if it comes to intent, then we need to think like, what is our motive? Why we are doing this work? Why you are doing that, or what you are doing? So these answers we should have, like why the answer to the question why we are doing this, why we want to do that. So when you get the specific answer for that, that means yes, you have a clear picture in front of you of selecting a path in your life, or selecting a road in your life. For example, a person just comes and asks you, I want to know which road should I select. You're going to ask, okay, where do you want to go? I don't know. So what you are going to say that to that person? Select any row. How does it matter when you don't know what is your destination? Right? You can select any path, you can select any row. So that should not happen with us. If we are doing something, we should know that what is the result of that, and in that thing, how we are going to act, how we are going to work to achieve that result, to achieve the final result, to reach our destination, how we should act. So the best motive is building trust in people by caring about them. So if you want to build the trust, if you want to make people to come with you, you need to build that trust, and that trust can only be there when you show them the clear picture that okay, we are starting a construction business. So I know how we have to act. I know that we have to contact this person, we have to have a group of laborers who will be working on that, and then not just this, you are showing, okay, once we do all these things, see, this is the thing will be making. This is the ultimate final result. So they are going to trust you that yes, you know what you have to do, how you have to do, and what you are going to achieve at the end. You should have a proper agenda. A proper agenda like these all things we are doing, and doing this thing we are going to benefit it. These all things we are doing for the betterment of other people. For example, if you are planning to open a hospital, you have a clear agenda that yes, I want to serve my society, I want to provide free medical treatment, or I want to provide cost effective medical treatment to the people who cannot afford those high paying hospitals. So that can be your agenda of establishing a hospital. Or you can say, I want to establish my hospital. I want to make a hospital in a village where there is no hospital, because I cannot see, I don't want to see people suffering because they don't get timely treatment. So again, your agenda is very clear, very specific. And if someone asks you why you want to do that, you can simply say that, yes, it is the reason why I want to do that. This is my agenda of doing this thing. This way, again, you are building a trust in other people. Your behavior, that agenda you have, okay, you are ready with the agenda. This is thing, how these things are going to happen and why I'm going to do that. You have the reason also. Now, bring that into practice. Okay, put them. Yes, we must see that yes, this person has started working. He has taken all the required permission. Now he has selected the land where he is going to make. He has started talking to doctors. He has hired the construction people who are going to construct the entire thing. The blueprint is ready, how the hospital is going to look like. So that thing should be seen in your behavior. So this again means what we should do, it should be based on what we intend to do. Our intention was to create the hospital, yes? Yeah, and see my actions. I am doing as per my own intention. And right now, I'm working to get that thing done. So that should be seen in your work. And that was the second thing, that is your intent. So first was integrity, that is honesty. Second was you should know what exactly you are supposed to do, you are going to do. You should have a clear picture of that thing, that is intent. And last one is your capabilities. This includes your talent, your skill, your knowledge, your capacity, and your abilities. And even we can say that these capabilities have 5 cores in life, and that is task. TASKS, tasks. We have different tasks, no? So can anyone tell me the full form of TASKS? Task related to capabilities. What are the 5 cores which are hidden in these alphabets? T stands for talent. You should have that talent. Don't you think if you're planning out something, that talent should be there in you? It again comes in capabilities only. This means talent means things which we naturally do well. You know, I'm going into hospital business, I'm going to start my hospital. So I know what all things are required. I am very much well aware, like how it's going to start, what all permissions, legal formalities are there, what all rules and regulations I need to follow, how many staff I need to appoint, then in which specific disease, for which specific disease I'll be having the specialty of the hospital. So those all things are very much clear within you, and you have the knowledge of all those things. Okay, so you are not going to work on those things more. You have that talent, you have that knowledge. So that is your talent. So it also includes the things we usually love to do, because things, if we select a thing which is of our interest, we are going to give our best, right? So that is first is talent. A stands for attitude, how you see the things, how your attitude makes you see the things, see the situation. So second thing for capability stands for attitude. What attitude you have? Your attitude is positive or negative. Third is the skill set which is required to get that thing done. So that skills you might have learned from your educational qualification by working practically, taking some internships, taking some knowledge from other expert people. So that is the skill you have developed. The knowledge, what you have learned. Knowledge comes to what you have learned. What do you know about that thing? And you continue to learn more things related to that. If you want to expand your hospital, you need to update your knowledge every time, like what all things, what all benefits we're getting from government, how we can use those benefits for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of our hospital, to bring trust, how, what all strategies we need to adopt to make our to make people trust us. So all these things comes under your knowledge and your style, your unique way of doing the things. What is your unique way? If I talk about the movie Munna Bhai MBBS, what was his unique way of building a very friendly atmosphere in the hospital? What was the uniqueness in him? What was the uniqueness in him? No one has seen Munna Bhai MBBS. The uniqueness was the Jadoo Ki Jappi, that yes, he always had that thought in mind that this thing relieves the people. This thing gives happiness to the people. So yes, that is again your style, how you're dealing with the things. What is your unique thing? What is your unique way that you should tell you, that you should show other people so that they can trust you? And the last thing is the results. Now, if we are talking about self-trust, we have committed so many things. We have shown them a very big picture that yes, we are capable. We are doing what we told we are going to do, and we are honest also. We have not made any false promises. Now, it's the final time to get the results. The result means people don't trust anyone who don't deliver results. If after 2 years, I don't see a hospital in front of me which is working effectively, which is having a good staff, which has come into existence, people are showing trust on you. Now I'm not going to trust you because you were unable to deliver the final results. The final result for you was to establish a hospital after 2 years with full facilities, running hospital, having good staff, good doctors, good specialists. But those things I cannot see. Those were there in your words, but those are not there when it was the time to evaluate the results. People will not trust you. You know, people just want what you have contributed. When you're speaking, your words contributed a lot to the organization. But did you actually contributed so much for the organization? Did you actually contributed? Were you on your words? If people see that, they trust you. If people don't, the results are not there, they're not going to trust you. So there's one line that says, if results aren't there, or they are not the results are not having any credibility, there is going to be no trust. Now, credibility means it should have that honesty. Your act should show your work and your capabilities. If these things are not there, no one is going to trust you, and it is very simple, very clear statement in just one line. If you cannot show the result, if you cannot show your capabilities, if you cannot show your credibility, no trust. Yes, that is. So basically, when people are judging you on basis of credibility, they basically look into three things. That is your past result, what you have proven you can do in your past action. Maybe, for example, you have worked in many different fields. So they are going to see your past record, like what was the success ratio, what you have achieved, what you prove, what you spoke did the actual result, the same result came out? So that they are going to analyze from your future result, your current result. Second analysis will be on basis of the current result. What you are contributing right now at this point of time, what you have achieved, what you have done. Did you fulfill all your words which you have told? And third is, you should have a strong finishing point. That means everything is done, everything is settled, everything you have achieved, whatever you have committed at the time of starting with your work. If you are able to give 3 yes to all these questions to the people, that means, yes, we trust you. And you can say, yes, I was able to gain the trust of the people because I trusted myself that, yes, I can do it, and I did that thing. So again, how you show yourself, how you work on your words play a very important role to build that trust in any relationship, whether it is personal or professional. The trust play a very important role. People only tend to trust the person who trust themselves, who are very firm with their words, who are very honest, who brings their words into action within a specific time limit. They have some set and specific goals. They have desire to do something in life and they prove that thing. Their past action prove those things. Their present action are proving those things. That is the time, that is the point at which we start trusting people. And yes, when someone trusts you, it takes lot of time to gain that trust, but it takes just few seconds, fraction of seconds to end that trust. So if you think that with honesty, integrity, your capabilities, your results, you have gained the trust and now you don't need to maintain that trust, you are wrong. If you have gained the trust, you need to work hard still and in the future also to let that trust be with them. If you think that today's result is good and now people trust me, so I can leave. Let the things go in the way whatever they are going. People will not trust you. As I started with the case of Maggie, people had so much of trust, but when we had those humors around us, till the time they didn't prove themselves that we deliver good product, quality product, we don't use any harmful substances. Till the time they were not, they didn't prove that thing. You know what happened? Maggie was completely out of the market. And you know what? Till date, the sale of Maggie, which was few years back, they have unable to receive that, just because of lack of trust on Maggie, the other market captures, they just entered the market and now people have started shifting. Now the trust of the people is on both the things, right? So this way, if trust is broken, and even if after some time you gain the trust, but till that time you might have lost many people. They might have moved to some other thing on where they find that yes, they are more trustworthy. So if you have gained the trust, you need to give your full efforts to let that trust continue with you for lifetime. It's not something that, it's not a product which we have bought from the market and now it is ours. No matter what happens, how we keep it, how we throw it, whether we take proper care of it, no matter, it's going to be with us, but it's not with the trust. If you are not nurturing it well, if you are not taking proper care of that, it will leave and it will go. Once it is gone, it's very difficult to get that trust back in your life from the same person. Okay, so that is all about self-trust. So first wave of trust, which is self-trust, we have completed. Second is again very important wave of trust, and I think here a lot of us find difficulty, that is relationship trust. So So in the next session, we are going to talk about relationship trust, how to bring trust in the relationship, how to maintain that trust in the relationship. So we are going to discuss about those few points. I think the next session is going to be really important for all of us because we all need to understand how to maintain that relationship trust. Now relations, we have lot and lot of relations, but when it comes to trust, we need to think a lot. Who is that person on whom we can trust and we can share our thoughts? That trust is lacking nowadays. Why it is lacking? How we can overcome that thing? We will be discussing in the next session. So that's all for today's session. Anyone who is having any doubt, please feel free to ask.
Yes, ma'am, sometimes it happens that we lose trust on ourselves, maybe because of some circumstances or some situations. What to do on that time? We can't trust even ourselves.
The point where we start lacking trust on ourselves first is the external forces. There's some external power, some external forces force us that you cannot do that. You cannot do that. This is not made for you. And when we keep on repeating, hearing those things continuously, we start losing trust on ourselves. Same thing happened with us. Can you tell me any situation where you have felt that no, I don't trust myself?
Yes, I can. Mm, something I really love to do, but my best friend tells me that this is not made for me. Breaks my confidence in such a way that I started doubting myself. Okay, maybe not. And coming from a person I really think is some. See, my voice is breaking. I'm really getting emotional at the moment. That
Okay, Sushmita, relax, 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 relax. It's okay. You know what, Sushmita? The people around us are very mean. If they think, if your friend says that, I'm not telling she's mean, it was a generalized statement that yes, people around us. If you have 10 people around us, out of 10, 9 people are mean. Okay. If your friend is telling that, no, you cannot do this thing is not made for you, Sushmita, how can you trust other person so much more than you? How can you trust that person? You know yourself better. You know your capabilities better. Who is she to tell you that no, you cannot do? Tell me. And if you are getting influenced by her words, that means she is having a good command on your life. No one can rule you. There, come up. You are grown-ups. And it's for everyone. You all are grown-ups. Don't give your command to anyone in your life except your parents. If your parents say that you cannot do, convince them. If they are going to understand you, even if like from within they know that yes, she's going to fail, then also they'll say, okay, do that. Let my child fail and let her learn the real life lessons. And those are the true relations. These type of relations who are stopping you from doing something which is made for you, doing those things you enjoy, doing those things, your people who really cares about you are never going to stop you. And why you're getting influenced with such kind of people? You should not get influenced. You should take your stand. If you are not going to take your stand, who is going to take your stand? Do you think your friend is going to take your stand ever in your life?
no, never.
No one should break your trust. If you think, when you said that I think I can do this, but my friend says you cannot, tell her how you can say that I cannot. Tell her to give you the
Sometimes,
facts and figures.
ma'am, about not only about the thing, but also the way people portrays that thing, which actually breaks us from inside, that we are unable to get up from there.
No,
It takes so
Sushmita,
much to.
I'll give you one example here. Once we all have heard that once a painter just made a picture, a very nice painting, and he kept it on road saying, whatever mistakes you find, just mark a circle on that. Within few hours, the whole picture was marked with circles. He was very sad. One very genuine person came and told what happened. He told, see, I made this painting, and when I asked people what they didn't like about my painting, and see how it's looking, there are circles everywhere. Am I not a good painter? Confidence is shaken. Just think, the confidence is shaken by the words of people whom he don't know. He's such a good painter, but because they pointed out the mistake, he's saying, am I a good painter? The person who was listening to him was a very genuine person. He was a very positive minded person. He simply said, draw the painting again and let me write one line. He just added one more line. Please let us know what need to be corrected and how. As soon as people read the last word how, everyone told him it's a very good painting, no mistakes at all. Why this happened? You know why? Because people are very good in finding the faults, but when it comes to a solution, when it comes to the suggestions,
They will escape.
yes, because we are born with such good intent that we just want to demotivate others. We cannot reach to that height. Now, all the persons who are finding faults in the painting, they know that we cannot be a good painter. Why? They cannot see other person happy having such a wonderful painting. So that is the reason. And that happens, being very honest. I know many of you might take me wrong that why ma'am is saying such thing. But yes, being very honest, you might have 10 friends, but all those 10 friends are genuinely going to think about your bright side, genuinely going to be a helping hand, genuinely going to push you towards your aim, towards your goal. That is not going to be there. Maybe one or two. So never listen to other people until and unless you yourself are not sure about the thing. Take the suggestions. I'm not telling don't take suggestions from others. Take the suggestion. Your friend is saying you are not good in that. Tell him why I am not good. And if some point comes that where you realize, yes, this is the area I need to work on. So it's a bingo. No, just try that and your trust is again with you. Yes, never allow anyone to break your trust. It's only you who know yourself better, who know your capabilities better. If any random person just comes and tell me, ma'am, your sessions are so boring. No one likes those sessions. It's just mandatory for us to sit and listen to those boring lectures. That's why you are having the audience. I'll simply ask one question, what I need to improve. Can you suggest me? If yes, please suggest me. I'm going to improve that part. And if no, please stay quiet and attend the sessions. No one can break my trust because I know whatever I'm delivering may not be best, but it is good. I don't want to be the best. I just want to be good. That is, whatever I'm delivering, if that delivery is helping just 10% of the people who are listening to me, I have won the race. Isn't it? Do you think you can make each and every person happy in your life?
No, never.
Never.
We can't.
Yes, right. We cannot. So how you can think, Shushmita, that your friend is going to be very happy seeing you successful? Maybe she also tried her hand in that and she was not successful, so she don't want you to do that. There can be a lot of reasons, right?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, when some things comes from someone we really trust and think is really close to our heart, and the way they say some stuffs, this actually breaks our heart.
I know.
When
Shushmita,
the
I know.
friendship
This
is
is
from
life.
very childhood.
You have not entered the real world. You still are the small plants whom we are nurturing. You still need to learn many things to enter the real world which is around us. There's a lot of competition. Even friends have competition within themselves. So don't trust. If it comes to your belief, your aim, your desire, I don't think you need to trust anyone's word. Suggestions you can take. Always keep your ears open to take the suggestion and your mind open to understand whether you need to implement, whether you need to do something with the suggestion, or you need to just let it pass away. So there are, usually what I do in my life is I make the information flow in two different ways. One is the straight way, that is horizontal, and one is the diagonal way. If I think that information is good for me, the suggestion is good for me, the feedback is good for me, it goes in a diagonal way from my ears straight to my head. But if I think that is going to distract me, it's just pulling me from doing something in my life, it just passes in the horizontal way from my next ear. I don't allow it to enter my head also. I don't have time to think about those things, right? So it's always good, it's always advisable whenever the information is good, let it travel diagonally. If it's not, if it's breaking you, tell him to go horizontally and out from your next ear. Okay, that's why we have 2 ears, no? We don't want our breath to go out, that's why we have just one nose, right? Ears are two. Because these 2 ears are there to protect us from any bad thing to enter into our mind, any negative thoughts to enter into our mind. Okay, now we have taken a lot of time. Okay, so we are done with this session. Hope, Sushmita, now no one can break your trust. Have your self-trust with you. If that is broken, see, I told you it's very difficult to gain that trust back in your life, even if it is self-trust. So never
Yes, ma'am.
allow that trust to break.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is the last S in tasks?
Come again?
What is the last S in tasks?
Your style, which I can see in your photo. Last S is the style. So T is for talent, A is for attitude, S is for skill, K is for knowledge, and last is for style. How you
And
carry
what is the
yourself.
next session?
The next session, today's next session is at 4:50. That is of time management, I guess.
The link is not available, ma'am. Like
What is not available?
link.
Link is there in time management. You'll get the link. It will start at 4:50, right? Sharp at 4:50.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I think you just messaged me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In case you find any difficulty, just let me know.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, okay, dear. Okay. Bye bye.